Hello guys, welcome to gayuias and tech powered by Larry Cloud Solutions. Today we are into the day 4. The concept was the conditional statements. Here I am going to measure project like the Smart 360 bag as we have discussed this further previous. So right now I'm going to the concept like what is a conditional statement. Here in real life we make the decisions like for example if it is in a sunny go for a water or else scare it goes. In the same way with the Python also we can replicate this behavior using the if conditions, else conditions, even conditions and nested if, ternary and match case. Let's see what's all those things are. Here, what was the conditional statements are? Here, the conditional statements are it controls how a program responds to different situations. They are the decision makers. Here, the control statements are the decision makers. How they controls the program, how the program responds to different situations. These are the conditional statements. Now, one by one, we'll see here before going to the before going to the concept, I'm going to integrate a real-time scenario like a Jira task. Here, the Rahul was a new Python developer at Smart 369. He has assigned a task by his manager via Jira. What was the task here? Automate the banking workflow based on customers' age and account type. See, once again, I'm repeating the task, Jira task, what was what. Here, the Jira task was automate the banking workflow based on customer age and then account type. Here, before going to this, we should know the concept. Here, the concept was the first thing was if condition. What was the purpose of the if condition? Let me comment here. If condition. Yeah, here in the if condition, okay, here is the if condition. Here, the if condition states that it is the simplest form of a conditional. Where what it is the simplest form of conditions where it checks the conditions and executes a block of code only if the condition is true. Here, the if condition executes only when the condition is true. It executes a block of code only if the condition is true. Here, the syntax of this code was of if condition was if condition colon enter condition enter and here the code comes. Here the code comes. This is the syntax of this. Let's take an example like this. Here the requirements are if the customer is 18 or older, allow account creation. Here the requirement was requirement. Here the requirement was if the customer is 18 or older. Hello, account creation. Now let's see. Let me take one. Now I'm writing the program here. I'm giving the age variable. Here, age. I'm deriving the variable age and giving the value. Setting a value to the age is 22. Let's take it. Set age is 22. Now, here, what was the requirement? If the customer's age is 18 or older, allow the account creation. So, if age greater than or equals to 18 colon. This was a condition. Then print is equal to open and open. Now run this. But let's see what the output is. See, the output is changeable to open and enter. Why? Because here the age variable, the age we are given here is 20. Right? It would only print if condition only prints when the block is true. Right? And let me take one more question, and now we will discuss about the if-else statement. Here, the if-else statements. What was the if-else statements? When you need to handle both the outputs, if-else statements are nothing handling the both the outcomes. That is, if the condition is true, print them. If the condition is false, then print the false statement. Like that. So here the syntax would be like if condition holder. Here the true one. After that, else the false block. Else the false block. Right? Now, let me take a new course cell and run one of the program and write it. Like here the requirements is here the requirement for the smart bank. Here is the free online banking. Here the requirements are just simply giving the article. Here the requirements are free providing free online banking for seniors who are 68 plus. Others must pay 500 per year. This is the scenario. This is one of the requirement to discuss about the one of the requirement, one of the example discuss about the if-else statement. See, here the exact requirement are providing the free online banking for the senior citizens who are the above 60 years. Others must pay 500. So now how do you write the here the condition? First we have to give the variable. So the variable I'm giving here is the what in this condition, in this requirement, what is the variable here? Age. Age is the variable. So I'm assigning a value for this age as 55. Right? Now I'm writing the conditions. If age is greater than or equals to 60, then 60, then print. Right? This is a selection. Print free online banking. Years. This is the condition. Now, if the block is false, like if I'm giving the age as 45, then we have to print the false statement also, right? So then I am using here else. Here the both outcomes two are false outcomes. So here print online banking charges 500 per year. The condition. Now I'm going to execute this. Let's run this statement. Here, online banking charges are 500 per year. Why? Because the age I have given here is the 55, but the condition is above the age. Above 60 years old, you get the free online banking. Remaining, you have to pay the 500 per year. This is the if-else conditions. Now we are going to discuss about the if else. See here the next one we are going to discuss the books. Here the next one is the if else. Right? Now, what was this about the if else? This checks the multiple conditions need to be checked using the elif. Here, multiple conditions. After the elif, we are at the multiple conditions. So we are going to use the elif. Right? In shorthand, we are using the elif. It was the shorthand we are using the elif. But the total, but the real scenario is called as an else if, right? It allows you to evaluate the several expressions. So let me write in a syntax here. Here the syntax was syntax. So the syntax is if condition condition one, then you log one, right? Then you log one. Or else if condition. Then next we are having the remaining condition. So I will else if leave condition print the log two. Now and so on. Like this, the conditions are repeating. Now I'm ending this condition and I'm using the else. Then all was true. The if condition was false and the elif condition was false, then into the else condition where it is a block. Right? Now see the requirement of this scenario. Else elif else. Now see the scenario. Here, let me take the person here. Now the scenario is the requirement was the here Rahul's requirement was Rahul's getting the requirement as if the age is greater than or equals to 12 into the child record. To the output as a child record. If the age is less than or equals to 18, then it is a student record. The age is less than or equals to 16, then it is a standard record. Here I am thinking that if I'm giving the requirement, that's like the requirements. Age is less than or equals to 1. 7 is and being simple and equal here is a child record. Comma. Age again is less than or equals to 18. Then we have to print student record. And again less than or equals to 60. That is a standard effect. Here there is a very standard output. See here, how many conditions we are having? We are having the conditions like age is less than or age is less than 3, age is less than 60. And above greater than or equals to. Let's say not equals to greater. Greater than that should be the senior situation. Okay. So these are the conditions. For this, we have to write the name. So to write these conditions, first we have to derive the area. Here the variable I'm deriving was the age. The common was age. Age. I'm giving like 36. Now I'm writing the if condition here. I'm writing here age is less than equals to age is less than or equals to 12. Then wait. Wait. Child. Child. Here another condition. For the another condition, we have to use else elif. Age is less than or equals to 18 when print here the print what was less than or equals to 18 is a student record. Here we are having the one more condition. So what that is the condition? What's the condition of the age is less than or equals to 16? Print standard error. After this, you have to call these three or false that you have to do for else condition. Now, here is the end of the else condition. And then that else. So let read. Here what we are getting. See here. Here. We will get. Let's run this. You will see the output what we are. See, here the standard account, right? Because we are in these conditions. If condition A is less than or equals to 16. Because the age I am giving here, the variable I am giving here is 6. So that's why this I am giving here is 6. Let me close my door. Here we got the output as a standard account. Now I am here changing the my age is 17. Let's see what we are going to do. Here we are getting the student account. Like this we can change it. Now we are going. This was the if else condition. Now we are going to talk about the nested if statements. See, nested if statements. What are these nested if statements? Nested if statements. What are the, can anybody say? See, here the nested if statements are can place one if inside the another. That is one if inside the another. This is useful when a condition must be a higher level condition before we can check. See, it must be a higher level condition before check. Before we can check it. Now let's see. Now I'm writing here the syntax. So what is the syntax here? I'm writing here condition inside one more condition. That's about the nested condition. Here again, if condition two and nested block, with nested block here and nested block. This is about the nested block. Let me take down the code cell and explain the one of the requirement is smart that. Here the where the requirement like if customers is a senior that is 60 plus, if they then if they are the member or parents then see here what was the requirement was customer is above the 60 years, is above 60 years. For them, we are with the premium member as a premium member for the discount, 50% discount. Or else below the 60 years, you have to do the discount of 30. So here is a condition. Here are the requirements. This one you write the question. And the requirements. Is the if they are a premium member, you have to get the 50% discount. Or else you have to get 30% discount. These are the requirements for the bar. See, by using the nested exception, we'll see how we are going to execute this requirements. Now, Here I'm deriving the variable as age. Here I'm setting the value for the age is 65. Right? Now, here again, here I'm giving the variable is medium. So once again, I'm checking the spelling. Medium is medium. That's to false. Why? Because here one of the condition is if the age is here, that means if the age is greater than or equals to 60, and again if he is in the member, premium member, we have to give the 50% discount, or else if he is not the member, then we have to give him a 30% discount. So I'm giving the age as 65. He is in premium, I'm deriving it as a false. Now I'm writing the condition of this here. Right. If age is less than or equals to grade is greater than or equals to 60. Print print discount for junior premium member. Alright, and now with the one more conditions. Sorry, we are discussing about the next condition, right? So sorry. Let me now we do our this. If age is greater than equals to an 60, then here I'm having one more condition, that is if age, so if is premium is premium, then 50% discount for senior member, or else bring the 2% discount for senior. Now we have to do the else condition as well, right? For the positive condition. So I'm writing here else condition as else bring senior benefits output of the as the benefits. I'm going to run this program. Let's work here. Get the error. What is the error here? Because now let's have our errors. Not the 30% discount. If I am giving is premium is 2, then you get the 50% discount. See, 50% discount. This is a nested concept. Nested concept. Now you can see the short and difference. We call it as a ternary. Here the ternary operator is a compact one-liner version of difference. Here the ternary operator is one-liner version of difference, often used for the assembly. Not mainly used for the assembly. Here the concept was ternary, that is shortened. We can use it for the assignments, one-liner question. This is a one-liner question for the visuals. Here the syntax is value, value, then if condition else is present. Let's see the requirement. With the help of the requirement, we are going to write a program and run. We are going to learn here ternary auto. Let me take one more cell here and I'm going to get the requirements. Here the requirements are determine account status. Here the Rahul got an requirement that determine the account status. So in order to solve this requirement, we have to know about the ternary concept. So here I'm taking age variable as 70. Now I'm giving the status for this variable. I'm assigning a status as adult. If age is greater than or equals to 18, else minor. Let's see the program. See, in the previous if-else we are using as age a variable, and yet here we are going to use the if conditions and write the block of the if condition block and later else condition block. But is here else we are giving only one liner. We are not giving the multiple lines. So mainly we use for the assignment tasks here. So let's run this code. See what we are getting the output as. Sorry, I'm not giving the print right. Print state. Print. Yeah. So hold please. Here the default status here. As a status. Now run this one. That one holder is minor. Why? Because the age here is 7. Now I will convert this to this 7. Now let's start. That one holder is 11. This is the concept of the deadline. Now you see the match case. This match case applicable for the above Python 3.10 plus version. 3.10 version. Here the concept was a match case concept. Match case match case concept. Right? Here, the match case concept looks like a switch case for the other language. It compares the value. This match case statement compares the value against multiple patterns. It compares the value against the multiple patterns. Let's see the syntax here. It compares the values. Gives the value against the multiple patterns. Now the syntax service was match a variable. is that here the flow. And also we can say as action. Now again, that case two, and two, four. Looks like somewhat yesterday. In purpose. Here, with the exam, with the help of the requirement, we are going to learn about this batch case statement. Now, here the requirements are, yeah, what was the requirements? Let me take where the required. No, description, one type description. So, long type description. Here, I'm giving the variable as long type. Here, the long type I'm giving it as first time. Now, I'm going to use these conditions. Match condition. Match load. Load type. Load type. What is the condition here? Is person person sorry now if as a personal loan. We are having the different types of loans. Here are the types of loans of personal loans, house loan, and education loan, etc. Business loan, like this, mortgage loan. We are having like this. So I'm giving the one more case condition as case as education loan. So wait, as an education. So here I'm education. Print it as an education, right? And one more case I'm having like oh, three as so going to print. Can anybody guess this? What's going to print? Now, right. Going to here, what we are using here is in a string format, not in the so availability of yes. So that's why we are using an array here. So let's do a total marks here. Here the output we got as a was personal loan. Now I'm going to change it as an indication. Let's see what we are going to teach. Because it has a very good. This is about the match case concept. Now you'll see once again by running all this in one format, and you'll see the how the expected output is here. Here the requirement once again. So here the requirement is the here the requirement is bank discount and account eligibility. This is the requirement here. Now I'm going to write whatever we have discussed here, if conditions, if else conditions, if else condition, nested if, and ternary and match case statements. All this we will be going to discuss. See, I'm going to write here. We'll see the expected output. This is the requirement. What are the requirements here? Is the bank discount and account eligibility system. Now we can display like bank account, this bank discounts and bank discounts and account systems. By using the concept of if else, if only else, and nested conditions, and also by using the ternary conditions and match case conditions using the value. Write the code. This is the code I've done so far. Step by just see. Now I'm going to run this code. Let's see what is the expected output. We are getting the eligible to open an account, senior citizen account, 50% discount for the senior premium member, business per banks for 1 crore. Let's see the requirement starting for the Jira ticket assigned for the Rahul. Here, the Rahul task was automate the bank information based on the customer's age and account. One of the task was what the requirement was here. See, let's see the requirement work. The requirement is to build the bank discounts and the account eligibility system. This was about the concept of if else conditions, condition statements. Now we are in the another video, we are going to discuss about the scenarios, tasks, and challenges for and also some interview questions. Thank you for this now.